spray that. Those keep big.
Mic check.
Hey, yo, Pluto. You going brazen?
Nah,
What's
what's up?
For the youngest out there who
Yo,
still
Gigi,
living their dreams.
turn it up.
Yeah, ask me who I do it for. I do it for the ones that ain't got no dreams, the ones that can't live their dreams, the ones that got dreams but don't got an opportunity, so they don't believe in themselves.
Those keep big.
Well, I believe in
People
you.
don't suffer.
Beefing by the bitch, ain't got no time for that. All this money on my mind and I'ma grind for that. I done shed so many tears for my brothers that in hell. Spent a couple blocks, look for options to as well. Riding with them choppers, nigga, we was down to kill. Run into that bag, I'm just tryna touch a pill. Taking all these drugs, I get balance off them pills. If you came up out that mud, you wanna say just how I feel. Free that nigga down, they turn him down, here's a pill. And the bodies keep on dropping, swear the shit is getting real. Swear this shit is getting real. If you my brother, I ain't gon' treat you different. I lost my soul, that kept on smoking, got me sleeping different. Every homie ain't your homie, you gotta keep your distance. The ones close to you, do the most to you, tryna catch you slipping. Ever since my grandma died, shit ain't been the same. So much pain inside my heart, suicidal in my brain. Tryna crash away my soul, got these tattoos in my veins. If you've been through what I've been through, you'll probably go insane. Tryna crash away my soul, got these tattoos in my veins. If you've been through what I've been through, you'll probably go insane. Beefing by the bitch, ain't got no time for that. All this money on my mind and I'ma grind for that. I done shed so many tears for my brothers that in hell. Spent a couple blocks, look for options to as well. Riding with them choppers, nigga, we was down to kill. Run into that bag, I'm just tryna touch a pill. Taking all these drugs, I get balance off the pills. If you came about that boy, you wanna say just how I feel. Lose the time when I flex with the Siakis on my feet. Nigga jumping out that road, trying to protect this for me. Man, I really miss my bro, so I wish they could see me. Got a bag of lost control, put some diamonds in my seat. He already got exposed, he might die up in them streets. Had to keep my mouth closed, cause you know that talk is cheap. You know that talk is cheap. Fuck the law, cause you know that shit ain't right. I know a kilo was 15, got 60 for the life. Pop the cell, post some lean up, I'ma pour that by that pint. Rest in peace, my nigga Chase, man, he got caught up by that line. Pay my brother make it home, cause he be trapping through the night. Gotta check it, ran it up, I had to flood my chain with ice.
I had to fuck that shit.
I had to flood my chain with ice. Beefing by the bitch, ain't got no time for that. All this money on my mind and I'ma grind for that. I done shed so many tears for my brothers that in hell. Spent a couple blocks, look for options to as well. Riding with them choppers, nigga, we was down to kill. Run into that bag, I'm just tryna touch a pill. Taking all these drugs, I get balance off the pills. If you came up out that mud, you wanna say just how I feel.
What he do? He does. Well, he pulls his one. I like it. Yeah. Gotta have class though. That's good though. You gotta do that. I've seen people do that before, like at the bar.
I pull that shit just like this.
Savage, bro. No etiquette.
Yeah, fuck it.
Well, we got another one.
We got the
Alley, you bitch, my niggas ain't used to lay up. Never was a middleman, I ain't used to the pay cut. Knew since the first time I met her that I liked her. During the Explorer, she be playing with the swipers. Had her in the trap, smoking loud with the lifers. The only time he touched 300 was in the Chrysler. I don't give a fuck about the shit that you did, blocks that you slid, or about the bitches you hit. I'm Kerry Kittles with the 30, I ain't playing with kids. These Jordan ones, hot tots, we don't fuck with the mids. Eating real good, did the steak at Del Frisco. Ain't getting in the whip if the shit a fishbowl. The handle all black and the top is like Cisco. I'm cheating in my bitch, no, I'm sleeping with my bitch though. Money on my mind, so I got a trap. Shooters all around, I ain't got a strap. We been sliding on the ops and they ain't holler back. And they'll be talking blue faces, need a lot of that. Money on my mind, so I got a trap. Shooters all around, I ain't got a strap. We been sliding on the ops and they ain't holler back. And they'll be talking blue faces, need a lot of that. How these niggas chatting, now my album broke. When I paid like 35 for the coat, I paid like 25 for these feet. These niggas scared me with all these fake and Mary jeans. Broke is not an option, it's a reason. I like my money blue, but everything bleeding. She on her knees looking up, that's my weakness. I love Spanish bitches cause everything seasoned. I made a lot of money in Lehman with service security all the way to the teachers. You gotta stay away from the leeches. I played basketball, my pops was never in the bleachers. Shining in these streets like a VVS. Ain't talking Nike, it was hoes when I bought the tech. I'm money Mitchin' and red drop with the BBS. Fuck the gym with this weight, I ain't need to stretch. Money on my mind, so I got a trap. Shooters all around, I ain't got a strap. We been sliding on the ops and they ain't holler back. And they'll be talking blue faces, need a lot of that. Money on my mind, so I got a trap. Shooters all around, I ain't got a strap. We been sliding on the ops and they ain't holler back. And they'll be talking blue faces, need a lot of that.
It's good, y'all. It's Monday. Manuel's back.
It's good.
You haven't been here for a minute. It's not our fault though.
Be ready on Monday, though, yo.
Yeah, you can't say it's my fault.
Exactly. It was definitely our fault.
Yeah, these last couple Mondays have been really, 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 really hectic. At least for me. So I could definitely I'll take the onus for that. It definitely was probably 98% my fault.
The other two?
I feel like it's easy to blame Kev.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, there's always a reason to blame Kev.
Definitely.
I mean, but yeah, the last couple Mondays have been crazy.
Yeah.
Just with like this whole school thing and quarter one ending. I don't even want to get into that. I still got stuff to do from last quarter.
Teach your life.
Fucked up kids.
You know, life gets really easy once you take on that mentality.
Nah, right?
Yeah,
It gets way easier.
That shit is great, bro. I love it.
I'm not saying that. I ain't go that far, but I can hear the joy in your voice when you say that.
Nah, I be fucking around, bro. I be fucking around. I definitely think the youth is important. I just think I'm not the one to deal with them.
That's fair.
I know that.
Yeah, I mean, you protected them, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you protected them. So, I mean, that matters.
That was good.
It's the truth.
Protect them. You teach them.
It's a
Make
community.
them.
There you go.
So protect them and teach them, and I make them.
There you go.
The Trinity.
The Holy Trinity.
The Trinity, bro.
It was good though.
It is Monday.
Got a lot of shit to talk about.
Get straight to it.
Ooh, starting out heavy.
Straight to it.
Missed a lot of conversation over the past 3 weeks.
Yeah, there's a couple things. Actually, I really do want to start off. For me, yesterday, I took some time to myself. I went to the park. I jogged for 30 minutes, which was really, really, that's a big accomplishment for me because I hate distance. I hate doing it. So to do that for 30 minutes, I think it did 2 miles, which isn't too bad.
It's not bad.
Not too bad. Average about 12 minutes. Not terrible.
How long you had to run a mile? How long to get and finish your test?
You had to finish like a 3 mile in under 30 or 27 minutes.
Something.
Yeah, that's that. I'm not on that pace
Yeah, we
yet.
had to finish it in like if it was like over 27, it's depending on age too. But I think for my age bracket, if it was like over 27, you failed.
Yeah, I remember because when I was gonna go, when I want to do the Navy shit, they was like, you gotta run. So I ran from here to the square and tried to do it in under like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what the exact time was, but it was like I had to do it under a certain time. It was like that was the distance that you had to run. But that's good though.
Yeah, it was my first time going out there in a while. So after that, I brought the camera out. I took some pictures. Just got some really nice landscape pictures of the autumn leaves and just like the whole scenery that was back there. It's a really, really nice de-stressing hobby for me.
I recommend going to the Catskills next fall
Ooh.
if you can.
Yeah.
and taking pictures out there.
Hmm.
I hate that while we were there, it was very like rainy and foggy.
But it looks nice though still.
I also liked it because it's still mountains. So we was very high up, and they're still more high up. So you see the mountains, and the fog is just literally like sitting on and hovering around the mountains and shit like that. And that shit looks mad dope.
That's dope.
Shit was looking like a volcano about to erupt and shit. Like shit was fire. So I feel like you could catch some dope ass pictures out there.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
What would be the best time to go?
I would say fall because it's a bunch of trees. You feel me? So you get all the colors. Like honestly, like you get the red, the green, the yellow, the fucking all that shit. Brown, orange.
That's fine. I'm gonna let y'all know right now. We're gonna be booked and busy the whole rest of this year and next year. So y'all better get us while y'all can. Not out there. Got a good meeting today.
Yeah.
Very good, productive meeting.
That was good. Definitely was worth the time. Definitely looking forward to the collaborations that are on the horizon.
Yep. So what you though? Just chilling?
Yeah, I was just on vacation. Did that Disney shit. Just been reading a lot. I've been chilling.
Have you snapped out of vacation mode yet?
I want to go back, honestly. No. Bro, I was breathing. Like you know what it's like to breathe? Just breathe, just get fresh oxygen.
Like that you come back over here and just like shit stink.
Bro, like as soon as we got to Jersey, like I'm in Jersey, what am I talking about? We never left New York. We got just more to the city and was like,
your whole mood changes.
What the fuck is this shit, bro? And that's just upstate. Like it's still New York.
It's just once you get like towards the city, everything's like, all right, back to this same old bullshit.
The city's fucking trash.
But I remember when we used to take the kids out to go like other places and shit like that. Driving back, I would just be so depressed.
I'll be wanting to cry before I leave, like wherever I'm at on
really
vacation.
Gotta go back. Like I just feel it. You just feel your whole body just be like, all right, nigga, you back. So,
nigga, I really be wanting to cry every time I'm about to leave vacation, bro. Like, damn, I gotta go back to that shithole.
It's like that. Like just like this.
Just sad.
Sadness when you just come in. And then you smell the difference.
You definitely smell the fucking difference, bro.
Like you can't.
Bro, it was just air and trees, bro. You feel me? That's all you smell. Air and fucking trees and grass.
Wildlife.
And yes.
Over here, you just smell mad rat
shit and pollution and fucking like you literally smell pollution. Like I didn't even know pollution how to smell, but you smell that shit.
Yep. I learned that when we go when we went to like Vermont or some shit like that and came back down. Fucking, I'm like, this shit do stink. This shit is bad.
That ass just breathe better, bro.
I
don't know. They gotta do something about that. I don't know what they can do, but they gotta do something.
We need more trees.
Yeah.
You cutting them down and just building that shit.
Man.
Fuck. What's good? You want to talk about Kyrie?
You can.
I wanted to know what you thought about that.
I honestly think this whole Kyrie shit is stupid. Did y'all see like the original tweet?
He just liked it.
Nah, it wasn't.
I think it was a
why y'all spazzing on, bro? Like he put no attached opinion to it. He just shared it. Like you feel me? And I guess niggas is saying it had to do. Have you watched it? I haven't watched it.
No,
I saw you had to pay for that shit, and I was like
$10.99 or something like that.
A nigga like me, I be trying to find shit for free. You feel me? I watch Candace's shit for free.
Everybody be trying to watch for free.
I watch Candace shit for free, like the BLM shit. I watched that for free, and I was trying to find his shit. I didn't find it, but I ain't paying for that shit. $50.
It's $50? I thought it was $10.99.
Oh, I guess for renting. Okay, maybe for owning it's $50. Maybe I don't know.
Well, maybe if it's new, then
I don't think it's
new.
And
you know what's funny? I read some shit and I was looking it up. I didn't look it up deep enough to actually really verify if it's true. But from what I looked up so far, it seems true. Shaq played that at his movie theater in New Jersey in 2019.
That's what I said. I don't think it's new.
People have been talking about like bringing up that very, very exact point. And I feel as if even if he did,
now, do I honestly think Shaq knows what's getting played?
That's what I'm saying.
At that movie theater?
He's just the owner. That doesn't mean he knows what's getting played.
However, I feel like there should be some guidelines, especially if you have certain views and beliefs of what should and shouldn't be allowed at your movie theater. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, any CEO is going to express to his employees what should and shouldn't be going on at this establishment. If you have strong views in terms of protecting Jewish culture, you should also tell the people in charge of your movie theater, hey, let's not let any movies in that, slandering Jews.
But I don't even think the movie slandered Jews.
I don't think so. I haven't watched it, though.
But
so
like what I've read about people, like they didn't say anything about that.
They was just saying that it was downplaying the Holocaust in terms of saying like the Holocaust numbers were inflated. Which could very well be true. Who knows? Because at the same time, we watched in real time them inflating COVID numbers in our face.
Mm-hmm. That's what I read right there too. So it's like basically saying that there's nothing anti-Semitic about it, but I just think they just pissing off the wrong people, I guess.
But then that's also one person's opinion from the documentary or whatever it is, and because I feel like if it was really that deep, people would have been calling for the director to be canceled. They would have been calling for whoever produced the documentary to be canceled. Like I'm pretty sure, if it's one of these major media outlets that is probably Jewish owned, unless it's an independent documentary. But if it's
the book came out in 2014, so this has been around for a minute.
Yeah, I just feel as if it's not more. It has really nothing to do with Kyrie. It's more so about using him as a platform to send a message to the rest of the world that this will not really be tolerated. And I heard like LeBron even weighed in on it and kind of like took the side of the
movie
of the NBA and how they're handling the situation. And that
I saw that. In every thread I saw that reposted what he said. I love the comment section. This is the one. This was like one of the few times I love the internet because the comment section was everybody shitting on LeBron.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like everybody shitting on LeBron, and it's also why I love it and hate the internet because at the same time, hey, niggas are saying, hey, let's boycott the NBA, let's boycott Nike, let's stand with Kyrie. But last week niggas was hating Kanye, even though they kind of hinting at the same shit. But anyways, this was one of the moments where I love the internet because I was just like, oh, y'all waking up? Are y'all? Like, are we doing it? Are we finally realizing the shit that LeBron says is fucking bullshit all the time? Like, this nigga is a fucking professional liar, bro. He don't know shit about what's going on with nothing. He just lies. Like, niggas, meme pages be having clips of LeBron just lying for no reason. Niggas said recently he was listening to the Migos in 2010 when the first mixtape of the Migos was in 2011. He was like, when he was on the Heat in 2010, he was listening to the Migos in the locker room in practice, and his teammates was telling him to shut it off, and he was like, these guys is next, and the Migos ain't come out till 2011. He pretty much got caught in the Camila situation. Where Camila was like, she was listening to Tupac in whatever year, and Tupac didn't come out until like 2 years later. It's like, come on, bro.
I mean, maybe his recollection of the year could have just been off.
Maybe. But I would think you would remember your first year of the Heat. Maybe not two, maybe not. First year, that's your first year in a new location. I remember my first year of the military. I remember my first year at fucking McDonald's when I first started working. Like, you feel me? Like, your first year, you would remember your first year. But, hey, okay, maybe he got his time wrong. He pushing 40.
He was pushing 40?
Maybe.
I remember they said he lied about the Malcolm X book.
But nah, the funniest shit they said.
Oh, he was just sitting there with the book like, looking at the camera on page 1?
Why LeBron always on page 1?
LBJ, man.
He never gets past page 1. That shit just always there.
LeBron just be doing things, bro.
You think Kyrie plays another basketball game this year?
I think he does. He already apologized.
He
I
didn't
think he should.
apologize.
No, he did. He already apologized.
Mm-hmm.
In a state, he made a statement, not in a video or anything, but he made a statement. He apologized. So I think he does play another basketball game. I do think Kyrie should retire. Not saying he can't play in the NBA no more. No, he's still fucking good at the game. But I do think he should retire because at this point, I don't even think it's about being anti-Semitic. I think it's about they're trying to make an even more example out of him because he took the anti-vax route. He's already a target for these niggas.
Do you think anything comes from Jaylen Brown?
In terms of what?
Like, he basically said Kyrie's not this.
I mean, didn't they already end his partnership with Donda?
Yeah.
He liked the tweet saying that shit was forced.
I believe it was.
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe it was. And that's the interesting thing about these scenarios is that there's so much back channel conversation, back channel decision making, back channel strings being pulled that you don't know just because an athlete says something, just because the athlete does something, you don't know where that action is coming from or how it's being influenced. Because that whole Jaylen Brown thing was odd to me when he left Donda because I'm like, you was one of the
him and Aaron Donald.
That Aaron Donald leaving doesn't really surprise me too much, but just only because of the things that Jaylen Brown has stood for. Like he's been very educated about the vaccine thing. He's like always been like pro-black, always like that. So when he left Donda, I was like, that was a red flag to me.
In saying that, my man's is from Boston, and he has a beads like company. Like my man's from the military. He used to make beads in the military and shit. He's like a crumper, so he's like into beads and just like the beads. Like you know this type of shit I'm talking about. He makes those type of shit, stones, those type of jewelry. And Jaylen Brown bought some shit from him in Boston because he was out at like a venue or whatever, and Jaylen Brown's like, I guess, opening up a business. And he's trying to get his jewelry in the business, like with Jaylen Brown and shit. So when like Jaylen Brown supports black businesses and just supports things of that nature, I know he stands for that. So it's very surprising seeing him go this route with the Kanye thing.
Super unfortunate. I just feel when it's all said and done, it's just gonna be were you on the right side of history? That's how I look at it now. Like I don't even argue with people who have different opinions. I have conversations with people, but it used to get to the point where I would have back and forth with people about some of these things. And now I'm just at the point where it's like, all right, if we disagree, we just disagree. I just feel that in my decisions, I'm going to be on the right side of history when we look back at this 45 years from now.
Yeah, I was yesterday when I was watching the games at the bar. I'm eating, I'm just having a conversation with dude. Really cool dude. We were talking for like 45 minutes or whatever like that. And I'll just say, about this shit too and about some other stuff. And I'm like, I respectfully disagree with your statement. Like, but I said at the end, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you about it because it makes no sense. But like, I just have to tell, like, you gotta tell people now, like, okay, that's how you feel. That's fine. But I'm not gonna argue my point when I don't really need to argue my point anymore.
Yeah, I'm not doing back and forth with nobody. I'm really not watching NBA like that anymore, honestly.
Bro,
I think I'm done.
Like, highlights on YouTube, and it don't even be from the NBA's channel.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, it be from
Somebody
niggas
else's.
reacting to the game type shit. Like,
I think I'm done, man.
I haven't really watched sports since high school, to be honest. Like 10 years ago.
Like I am a huge basketball fan, but it was different with Cap because I'm not, and not to make a parallel or a comparison, but to me, it was different for Cap because I wasn't really that much into football, so it didn't really affect me too much not to watch football during that time when I stopped. But for this, I think I'm done, but I know it's going to be like growing pains because I'm used to watching basketball all the time. But the way that they're moving now and the way that they're trying to like make an example out of this man is just, I feel like the basketball community should be standing with this man, and they're not. So I don't know why, but it's like, what more does he have to do for the people who say they love him because he has fans all over the world to stand up for him? Like, what has to happen at this point?
That shit is wild to me, bro. That shit is wild to me. It just shows who's bought and paid for. Because I'm sorry. As much shit as I talk like on the podcast jokingly about black people, just every other race, bro, you couldn't pay me like to go on national television and call like another black man an actual idiot, unless you're an actual idiot. Like you feel me? Just for sharing something that you didn't even attach an opinion to, you can't pay me to call a nigga an idiot for that. Like shit's very weird.
But that's the point that's heartbreaking because, and I was having this conversation with someone else, it's not the personalities that are calling him idiots. It's the people who have the power to influence these personalities to come on these platforms to call them idiots. And those are the people that also needs to be getting called out in these conversations. Yes, Charles, I disagree with Charles Barkley's take. I disagree with Shaq's take.
What did they say? I didn't.
Basically,
I
that he was
not to like pay attention to any of these.
Basically, they were saying in a nutshell that he was wrong for what he did. They didn't like what he did. I think, was it Shaq that called him an idiot or one of them? Either him.
Charles was pretty much saying like Adam Silver Jewish, like you're getting money from him. How can you sit there and say things like that or put things out, promote things like that? And I'm just like, to me, I'm like, what the fuck does Adam Silver have to do with anything? You feel me? Yeah, sure. I get he's the commissioner, but he doesn't own the NBA. If he dies tomorrow, there's going to be another nigga. And yeah, 9 out of 10, he might be Jewish, but who knows? It could be a black nigga. What the fuck does Adam Silver have to do with anything? Now you just try to pull at fucking heartstrings that aren't there.
All because the higher ups probably made a call and said, hey, we want y'all to go this route. And that's all that probably was. At the end of the day, I agree with you. I think he should consider retirement. But at the same time, it's hard to tell an athlete to retire when you only have such a short amount of time to be able to compete at this level. So I think he could probably get one more solid contract. And then after that, I think he's pretty much done. Like, I think he'll probably get one more like 3 or 4 year deal. And then he'll be going into like 34, 35. And once he's at that age, then I think it's probably time to pack it up. But I think he could get one more. So, unless they're going to play the whole politics game and blackball him like they did Cap. If they don't do that.
And it's Cantor for that matter.
Yeah, and his cancer situation was crazy.
He's still not in the NBA. He don't got no contract.
Yeah, but he's not Kyrie.
Nah, I get that. But yeah, he's still a decent center.
He's still good enough to play
in the NBA ain't that great. There's a few that's good.
Yeah, he's definitely still good enough to play in the league, in my opinion. But I think he gets one more contract before his career's over.
I don't think he plays again this season.
I do.
I think so.
I do.
He's definitely going to play again.
I just think that he's looking and he's watching and he's seeing everybody's funny movements, even the NBA players. Unless they doing that shit out to show face and then in his phone, like, yo, bro, I didn't want to say that. They making me say that shit. But I think
even then, that's corny.
Yeah, I think he sees it.
I still think he plays again, though. I think it's somebody put in the comments about LeBron. How does he say these things about Kyrie when there are people or I don't even want to say it. Just basically his shoes are not made here in this country, and we need to look at how those shoes are being made and for the prices they're being made for. And the conditions in which they're being made in.
The Muslims in the Big C country that's making them shoes and being genocided over there.
Yeah, nobody's speaking out about that, though.
That's why Enes Kanter out. He was speaking about that.
Yeah, didn't they threaten to like blow him up or something like that if he went back home?
Yeah, what? Yeah, bro. They threatened to blow the nigga out.
It was some shit like that. Like, I think they like threatened to kill him.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
he couldn't go back home or something.
He couldn't go back home. I don't think he can go back home now. I think they called him like a traitor. Or I know they definitely threatened to finish him off.
Yeah.
I know he was staying. Part of the reason why he was here was for protection. But yeah, all that, yo, they don't play about that shit on the other side. Yeah, they was ready to clean him. They was gonna clean him up, boy. Shout out to Enes Kanter for standing up for what he believed in, though. That's what the First Amendment was all about.
He was saying Kyrie wrong, so he is already a clown.
Who, Enes Kanter?
You could be right in one. You could hit on something and miss on another. You missed on that one. Like PragerU. I don't know if you know what PragerU is.
Yeah.
That dude that made that video.
The Dennis Prager, I think.
Yeah. He made some video because somebody was just like the Jews on everything. And he was like, "What's the point?" And he made some video and he missed. That was a miss. And I usually like PragerU, but that was a miss.
I mean, not everybody bats 1,000. We don't bat 1,000.
Nah, I feel that.
I think as long as we're.
I bat 1,001 though.
I hear that. I think as long as we are willing to just have the conversation and be open to different perspectives, that's what really matters to me. At this point, the way I see it, everybody has picked a side and they're afraid to admit that another side is correct or a different perspective is correct, or maybe they didn't even consider that different perspective that they just heard. But now it's just, oh, I'm on this side, you're wrong. Oh, I'm on this side, you're wrong. And there's no dialogue, there's no conversation, there's no let's grow, there's none of that.
It could be so simple. A conversation.
Nah, because
It
conversations
changes
now
that,
are leading to people getting shot. They just beat up some guy who I think he had on a Make America Great Again shirt at like a rally. And then I don't know, he's just getting beat up.
Recently?
Yeah.
Niggas are still beating up niggas for that?
I think so.
I thought niggas would have stopped by now.
Well, that's what I thought, but I think
3 years ago.
I don't know if that was
maybe.
the reason, but he had on a MAGA hat, and it looked like it was a rally, and he definitely got like stomped out. Let me see if I can.
Nah, that's crazy. 3 years ago, maybe. Now, still,
Mon
niggas is
Tiger
getting beat
just
up for
posted
that?
it.
That's crazy.
Mon Tiger definitely just posted it.
That's why these it probably wasn't in a state where niggas could have straps, because that's
I
why
think
these
this is
niggas
New
was
York.
strapped up. Yeah, that's the reason. Niggas was strapped up, nigga would have backed out that Glock.
Yeah, definitely would have got nasty real quick.
Yeah. This is New York? Yeah.
I assume so.
That's crazy. Damn, they still beating up people for sweaters?
This is what I'm saying. So now everybody keeps picking a side. There's no conversations, there's no dialogue, there's no love anymore between opposing views.
It's only Diddy.
And he was about to get punched in the face.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, by the nigga from
By
Power?
yeah.
So
Niggas
Niggas
was
was
getting knocked
inviting him
out.
to a party. I ain't going to no party where you at, Diddy. Fuck off, bro. I'm gonna pull up and I'm the hose, nigga. Nigga, I'm like, where the hose at? They looking at me like, I'm good, bro. No parties with Diddy.
Yeah, that's all I got to say about Kyrie.
Yeah.
And shout out to Diddy. Yo, Revolt, if y'all want to make a deal, you can email 40centralpodcast@gmail.com. Make it happen.
Facts.
Y'all on the clock.
You can do business, just no parties.
Yeah. There no parties.
Fucking man, I forgot. So no parties.
Nah, no parties. But overall though, I do think we need to have more conversations with the other side. We do need to stop leading with you're wrong, I'm right. That mentality in and of itself closes a lot of doors for opportunities to make the world a better place. Because just by saying you're wrong, I'm right, I don't care what you have to say, you miss an opportunity to meet somebody new, to learn something new, and to build something new. So in order to do those things, just hear somebody out.
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded. As hard as that is, because I understand a lot of people come up with like these strict households where there are certain ways to do things. But I think for some things, it's definitely worth having a conversation. Like if you go to like in the East, and like some Muslim countries, their women can't do certain things. There may not be room for conversations over there about that because they're really, heavy into their religion.
But then they just had like a thing about what's the thing that they wrap their head in? The hijab?
The hijab?
Aren't they like they beefing over there about that? The girls don't wanna wear that shit no more or something like that, right?
Iran.
Right? That's what some shit like that.
I think like some girl got murdered because she ain't have it on, or some shit like arrested or killed or some shit.
And
like
then
that
now
'cause
they
she
like
ain't have it on, and now they like protesting and shit over there.
That's crazy.
because they don't want and then you see the dudes though, the dudes be crazy. Like, yo, you stupid. Like, they be wilding. You see
It's
some
a
of the
different
videos?
culture.
Yeah.
But
I think,
in their culture, you can't tell them they're wrong.
I think they just like started letting women drive in like Saudi Arabia or something.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, and everybody complain about here.
Yeah. But overall, Kyrie, if you want to come on the pod,
Yeah, that's a fact.
just email 40centralpodcast@gmail.com and you can definitely come on. Jaylen Brown, you want to pull up, you can pull up. But as far as me watching NBA, I think I'm pretty much done. Matter of fact, I am done. I'm done.
My team sucks, so it'll be making me tight watching this shit anyway.
Yeah, I wish my team the best of luck, but it's over.
You think tomorrow, election day, we flip red?
Well, let me get the song queued up.
He was up in the lead.
I very much hope so.
Gotta get the song ready.
Knowing what they pulled 2 years ago, it is never. Knowing what they pulled 2 years ago, bro, it is never out of the question of how far these niggas is willing to go.
Let me check the polls. Pause.
I just know I went down the line, read, and I put that shit on Instagram so nobody could blame me for nothing. That's all I know. If somehow this shit still blue and shit get worse, you cannot blame me, niggas. I showed y'all what I did.
But Kev called me. He was like, yo, yeah, we up by like 1 point something. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, that's a lot. I was like, all right. He was so hyped.
I can't find the live poll.
Well, tomorrow's the last day, right? Everybody go out and vote. Tomorrow's the last day.
Man, definitely go out and vote.
Oh, no, tomorrow's election day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Everything else was like early voting type shit.
Yeah, it's not supposed to go past election day.
Like, again.
Yeah, you know how that.
Why?
The red wave is here. The red wave is here.
Blue side ain't got no song. But they got a song.
Do they got? I'm about to
They just got the artist.
The artist and
Nigga, they had Billie Eilish telling people to go vote, and Joe Biden retweeted it. They just got celebrities. They don't
did you see he took his daughter to go vote for the first time? This looked like a promo video.
Who?
Joe Biden.
Did he?
Oh my God.
She was like, how you doing? I am going to vote for the first time.
What the fuck, bro?
You ain't see that?
No, I did not see that. I do not watch anything that this man fucking does, bro. I don't.
Yeah, I really don't either. I try to just to get like a well-rounded decision. I mean, well-informed like perspective, but I try and I just some of the stuff that they just be saying, I'm just like, yo, how do y'all? How? Like, how do y'all like this stuff?
I can't stand watching what he says, bro. I can't stand watching what his press secretary says, like what she be talking about. I be like, you never mind, bro. I'm good.
I feel as if all the major news media outlets ratings have to be down.
They got to.
Yeah,
There's no way in the world
they praying for Trump to announce his presidency on the 14th or whatever. Supposedly,
they got something to talk about.
Yeah, supposedly it's a rumor. They're praying for that shit, bro. Okay.
Yeah, he's supposed to. Yeah, I think it was the 14th. You said, right? Supposed to announce. That's just gonna give us something to talk about. The next 2 years.
Ooh, it's gonna be like. Matter of fact, I got a drop for that. It's gonna be like when you hear that first.
Hey, Warren, man, we need the fucking. The YouTube premium.
Yeah, man, do something. Shit is nasty. You gotta just play this. If he play this and then walk to the stage, yeah,
Nah.
crowd is going crazy, bro. Yo,
Yeah, he's gonna come out of
oh man,
He's back. and we need JR commentating it because we know we know WWE Republican. Linda McMahon was on Trump's team in the White House.
Yeah.
So we know WWE Republican niggas, except for Mick Foley. That nigga.
Dude love.
Yeah, he liberal as fuck.
Dude love.
Dude love.
But then it makes sense because he was a schizo like in the WWE anyway. So
He had like how many names he had?
a bunch.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Mankind, Mick Foley.
Cactus.
That might no.
What was the one with the Sacco, Mr. Sacco?
That was Mick Foley.
I think
that was just Mick Foley.
Or Mick Foley.
Yeah, that was Mick Foley.
It was just one of his things.
He had mad names. Like how you change your name so much?
Right.
Woke up.
He's a schizo, bro.
Yeah, today I'm just be Cactus Jack.
Yeah, that's crazy. If y'all can come out to any theme song, like if you were like a wrestler, whose would you steal?
I ain't gonna lie, it's two niggas. And one of them, I feel like don't even really count as a wrestler's theme song because it's just a song. But
I'm trying to think, who would it be?
Who would yours be?
I mean, the one that is not really a song. He's in another wrestling brand right now, and before being in this brand, he hasn't wrestled in no more. Like he left WWE.
What's the song?
Oh,
I don't know.
It's called Cult of Personality. CM Punk shit.
Oh,
that's on fire. I don't care. JC gotta play it. That shit is fire. Cult of Personality is fire. And then if we're gonna go actual wrestler song, I gotta say 3 now. If we're gonna go actual wrestler song, it's probably like Edge or I like DX. I like DX, but I'm not NW. DX is my shit.
yes.
DX is my shit because I was young when
Yeah.
DX was popping. But I also know wrestling.
Oh, I'll just put CM Punk entrance.
I mean, you can do either.
Outblast?
I don't remember. I'm gonna say Living Color, but that don't make sense.
In Living Color?
No.
Find it.
It said DX. And no, I'm lying. Nigga said DX. I like DX. NWO is different. That music was fire.
Nah, NWO was tough. I forgot about NWO.
You wouldn't come out to like John Cena rapping?
No, I don't give a fuck. Word life.
I
This
don't
is
know.
basic thugonomics. Like, nah, I'm good.
Yo, he's one of the most like surprising stories of WWE history. That shit was not supposed to work. Yeah,
This
this
nigga-
guy. Yo. Which song
How
did
they
you
let
pick?
that shit go? I mean, I'm not really well versed in a lot of.
I play it. Put that NWO on. That NWO fire, nigga. That shit is fire. That's the fire. This is like.
We need a theme music to start the pod.
Yeah, we do.
Theme.
Damn, what would be mine? You picked 2 or 3?
I went 3. I said
said
NWO,
CM
CM
Punk,
Punk, and the Edge.
Oh, I gotta play the Edge. I don't remember how Edge. Did he have the same one for his whole career for the most part?
Yeah, they just switch up like
Yeah,
variations
of course.
it, but for the most part, he had the same song.
You can run out full speed. Randy Orton's tough too. I think I would. All right, outside of the Undertaker, because Undertaker's that's just my favorite of all time. I'd probably go. Let's see if I know this one. I like this one. Oh, man, he used to have the light up jacket. I didn't hit that. Didn't hit the same. Didn't hit the same. 'Cause they didn't do it. They didn't do it. That's why I say break the wall down. Who else?
Nah, this ain't hit the same.
It
They didn't see the fireworks and shit.
Yeah, it didn't hit the same. Damn it. And I don't think I have the top end of
Nah, pause is funny because I really don't think about shit in that way until niggas say pause. like the older I've gotten, I stopped thinking about things in that way, but niggas still continue to do that. And so that should just be funny.
see. I could probably do this song. Bro. Yo, Warren. Figure this shit out, man.
Watching these niggas, but also with TikTok.
But I don't think we would have been. See, I think if we would have had phones back then, we wouldn't have been doing the shit that we were doing back then.
But yeah.
Because we would have just been so fixated on our phones and watching highlights. I think the beauty of it was the fact that we had to use our imaginations to have fun. Who else?
Nah, the Hardy shit was that.
Hardy's. Oh, that's my guy. I don't care what y'all say about this song. Girl. Boy. Yeah, so I would go Shawn Michaels. And who was the first one I played? No, not Chris Jericho.
So you just clip for that one?
Yeah. Just because it didn't hit the same. Oh, and the Hardy Boys. But honorable mention, DX.
Definitely.
I feel like, who else had a fire one? I mean, Goldberg, but his shit.
I was going to say Goldberg.
Yeah.
But it's just like beat and niggas yelling Goldberg.
Yeah,
But still,
yeah,
that shit is fire for some reason.
It is. It's like you ready to go to war. Goldberg. Oh, man. Who else? I mean, Booker T's wasn't bad. Booker T. I mean, you always have the classics, The Rock and Stone Cold, but those are too easy. What else was fire? Undertaker.
All the old school ones.
I mean, I literally stopped watching. I feel like after like 2006. So like right when like John Cena and them started taking over is when I kind of like checked out.
I still watched after that. I know like a few decent ones.
Do you watch it today? Like now?
Not so much after like a certain point in the military. I stopped. Cause shit just got repetitive. Every fucking pay-per-view was fucking Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Like I'm tired of seeing this shit, bro. Like build up some new stars, my nigga. Like I'm tired of seeing these niggas be the main event every single pay-per-view, my nigga. Shit gets boring. Shit was like that for years.
Yeah.
Until this day, even. These niggas are still fighting. It's like, bro, stop.
I feel as if like even that Rock, Undertaker, Stone Cold, I feel like that generation is still around for a long time too. Like they didn't really know when to hang it up. They were just like I think Undertaker just retired like maybe like a couple years ago.
Damn, for real?
Stone Cold still comes back. The Rock still comes back.
These niggas be on like legend contracts type shit. Like they still be signed to WWE, but it's not like a full-time wrestler. It's just like y'all signed to just make an appearance every once in a while type shit.
That's crazy. Vince is the GOAT.
Who?
Dead?
No, I think he was retired or something like that.
Oh,
Triple H, no.
Right? I think he gave it to.
Oh yeah. So that was like that's like not WWE script. Like that's real.
I think it's real.
What?
Yeah.
Like that's not like a WWE story. That
these niggas be coming back?
No. That Triple H.
No, like that's legit shit.
Oh really?
And you know NXT.
Mm-hmm.
NXT is the developmental brand for WWE. The Triple H has been in charge of NFT for years, and NFT was like at a certain point, niggas was really more interested in NFT than actually WWE. Like because of how good the storylines were, how good he was building up the wrestlers and shit there. That niggas was more tuned into NXT than they were like WWE. So niggas been wanting Triple H to like take creative control over WWE for a minute.
Well, whoever wrote that story for the Stone Cold versus Booker T in the supermarket, they deserve. They deserve something. Hilarious. They deserve something. He beat the shit out of Booker.
Bro.
Like it got borderline. Like, all right, bro. Like now you're starting to like traumatize a couple of people who watch this because you was taking it a little. You were taking it a little too far. Like you poured the milk on him. He was doing this shit across the cash register. How much you worth? Like it got lit. Like they really pushed it to the edge on that episode.
Yeah.
But in its totality, it was a classic moment.
Nah, that shit was funny as hell. I don't care. I give WWE all their racial passes, bro. They like South Park, bro. WWE is like South Park, my nigga. Like them niggas get all the passes because shit that funny, bro. Like, shit is that funny.
Like when Booker T said the N-word live on TV.
When Vince said the shit live on TV.
Yeah, that was crazy.
While wearing a do-rag.
Yo.
Do-rag Vince. Nigga, that was an era, bro. Do-rag Vince.
Yo.
Because he was trying to be like John Cena. How you a white nigga trying to be like another white nigga and you wearing the do-rag? That's some crazy South Park shit.
Oh my God. We lived at a wild time.
He said, "What's up, my nigga?" He just walked away.
Nah, he was like, because John Cena had the belt or whatever, so he was like, "Keep it up, my nigga." And then the camera pans and Booker T there with his shorty like what? Yo.
Wait, was that scripted?
Yeah.
It was on I mean, it was scripted, but it was on TV. Like, but the shit's still hilarious.
Crazy.
Like, how you get away with that, bro? Like the fucking what was it, Attitude Era, whatever the fuck of WWE. That shit was different, bro. Them niggas was getting away with a lot. Nigga, Agent Lita was damn near having sex on TV.
I remember that. I remember seeing her live too. I saw her live. I went to it was the something they did at Madison Square Garden, the Road to WrestleMania, and like WWE was like performing and stuff like that. And I saw Lita, Kane, who else? I think X-Pac was there. Can't remember the other ones, but it wasn't like the heavy hitters like that.
The problem I had with wrestling is because when I was young, I used to think it was real, right? Used to think it was real. So then we go to like this pay-per-view event. We go, me and my family, and we go and they beat the shit out of this dude. I forgot who it was, but they beat the shit out of him. Right? Then they carrying the nigga out. They carrying him out.
I
He
think I know where this
passes
going.
the fucking gate, the thing. Nigga just gets up and walks away. I was like, I looked and I said, yo, this ain't for me. This is the last time I'm coming to one of these shits. Like, I just thought he got fucked up, and he didn't get fucked up. I was mad young. I'm like, nah, this shit just ruined it for me. Like, he ruined my whole existence of me believing this shit now. Because he got up, they gave him pounds and just walked. I was like, nah, I'm not watching this shit.
He gave him a good job and kept it going.
Yeah, they was like,
Good
I was like, oh,
performance.
I'm like, nah, I'm like, this shit is not for me.
One thing I can say about wrestling is that it teaches you how to appreciate writing. I think writing is one of the most underappreciated forms of art that we have in mass media, because if you can write, you can pretty much be in almost any facet of media. Like, if you can write for a podcast, you can write for a television show, you can write for a movie, you can write for damn, I just heard about somebody writing for, like, you can write skits. You can write for social media personalities. There's just so much that you can do as a writer. If you have that creative pen and have that creative mind, use that to your full advantage, because people do not get the credit that they deserve for being writers, but writers make a lot of money behind the scenes.
Yeah, yo, I want to get a wrestler in here because I want to know, like, I know they write, like, if you're gonna win or not, but like, do they write your moves?
Get Avon.
I'll try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of other dudes that I know that does wrestling, like, professional. But do they write, like, oh yeah, you're gonna jump off the top rope this time, or like, is that all, like, do they give you like
They probably give them like a overall like,
ending?
boom, so this person's gonna take charge for a little bit, then this person's gonna take charge for a little bit, then this nigga's gonna hit a heavy hit and stun you and then take charge, and then this nigga's gonna rally and kind of come back like he's about to win, but then this person's gonna turn it around and win the match. Like, they probably give them
Like
an overall
outline,
brief
like a
of
frame.
what they want, and then whatever they do in between is like up to them type shit. Probably.
Yeah, I would think they have like a skeleton, and they are given like the artistic freedom to really be professionals and create the art that
So, like, when are you
entertains
gonna do
people.
your moves? Like,
I
know what I'm
don't
saying?
think it's that. There's no way you could be that micromanaged in the ring. Because if it was,
Niggas would have like an earpiece in it.
yeah, there's no way. And I think they practice enough to where it's like they got it like a feel for how they both like their styles and stuff, so they can improvise on the fly
I mean,
how to
well,
push themselves to the edge.
technically, you know who's fighting from like weeks, right? Like, they tell you, like, oh, they gonna run this wrestling match. I don't know. I'm asking, but throughout the weeks, they probably just like doing the moves on each other. Oh,
I don't think so, because I think the script changes. I would assume it changes a lot, because, say for example, if you have a match, say if Edge fights The Rock, and it was intended for The Rock to win, but then The Rock wins and they didn't get the reaction that they were expecting, now the whole story could change. I would assume.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's like
There's even been times where niggas have made the call mid-match to switch the outcome
yeah,
because
exactly.
of how the crowd was reacting.
Exactly.
that's crazy.
Like, that's been legit shit. Like, niggas, like, let's say it was like The Rock versus Edge and they wrote it for The Rock to win, but then throughout the match they saw the crowd was reacting this like a certain way, and it was like, no, switch it, like, type shit, because they seeing that the crowd wants the other person to win. Really,
That's a whole nother world.
We got one more wrestling thing. What is y'all top 5 favorite like matches that y'all have watched?
Yeah, this is y'all conversation.
Oh yeah, my bad. You definitely did say he wasn't into wrestling like that. How about you?
Ever since that night, I saw him get up. I got a couple though. I can remember.
I like the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania ones.
Mm-hmm.
I like the who is it? Mankind versus Kane or Undertaker, the cage match.
Oh, when he threw
When
him.
he choke slammed him through the.
Yeah, that was crazy. That
That
was a
was
memorable
crazy.
moment.
I like
That's why he had all the tacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I like the first. I can't remember that exact match, but that first Swan Time, the TLC Swan Time off the ladder.
Oh, the TLC match?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy.
I'm just trying to
That's
think of
in my
like
top
moments
5.
like I really remember from wrestling. Like,
Yeah, that's definitely my top. I think I might share those same matches. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm putting Stone Cold versus Booker T in the from the supermarket. I don't give a
I
fuck.
don't think
That's
that
my,
was real. I think that was just a beatdown. That's not like a real match.
That one of my. That's yeah, because nobody got pinned or lost.
Why was he beating him up for?
Just
This
probably
has beef, like
rivalry.
yeah,
That's probably just beefing. So you know,
Call him in a
niggas be
supermarket.
doing an interview. So yeah, what do you think about your match? They just hit from behind and shit. Like niggas is just like that's just the beef in the writing. Like
he was definitely shopping for his family,
And then he got
and
washed.
then you just heard it. He popped a can of soda. And Booker T turned around.
I do like the brand beefs. The red versus blue when they would pull up and invade, or even going back to like ECW and all these shits when niggas would pull up to different brands and invade. I love those beefs. Those weren't specific matches, but I did like those. Those was dope. Like seeing, oh shit, like these niggas that not supposed. Yo, how these niggas let these niggas in the building, bro? How these niggas getting in the building? Like, and this is back when I'm young, still thinking shit real. So I'm just like,
oh shit, they pulled up.
like these niggas that ass pulled up and they beating up these niggas and they shit. Nah, what's going on?
Yo, it is crazy to think about it because
John Cena versus The Rock WrestleMania.
Nah, I don't know. Top 5? I would put The Rock, Stone Cold when Vince McMahon jumped in and helped Stone Cold win the match. He almost broke The Rock's leg. I'd put that top 5 because nobody thought Vince McMahon would ever work with Stone Cold.
Nah.
I'm putting Hulk Hogan versus The Rock. I feel like that match at WrestleMania, even though it wasn't the main event, that was the first time where I actually got into an argument with my uncle about wrestling. So, like, just that cross-generational connection that match made was second to none.
Who won?
I think The Rock won, I believe. Yeah, I believe The Rock won. It was better for the WWE that The Rock won. Damn. You kind of named Rikishi. I mean, not Rikishi. Mick Foley falling off. I want to say Triple H, Madison Square Garden. I forgot who he fought, but that was a memorable one. I want to also say Chris Benoit when he finally won that first title. I vividly remember that. I think that's it. Yeah, man. RIP to the real wrestling moments, real wrestling times.
You don't watch it now, do you? Like, oh, okay.
Like I kind of.
How is it now though? Like
I don't really watch it. Like I used to have the whole app, like WWE Network shit. You could watch all the pay-per-views on there. You could watch all the actual episodes, like if you missed it on there. So I used to really watch that shit, but then I just stopped because I'm like, y'all like the writing's getting stale. But this was when Vince was still in charge, so maybe under Triple H shit might get better. But I also haven't watched AEW or any of the other wrestling brands either, so there's that.
Is it still entertaining though without the imagination?
I think so, because I think it's just like any other show. You feel me? The shit they're doing is it's legit. You feel me? They're really slamming each other. They're really jumping dumb high over shit. Like you know, they're really doing real shit still. It's just scripted winners and losers.
Yeah, I gotta watch the top 100 WWE moments and then pick my 5 from there.
I wonder what number 1 would be.
It gotta be some like it'll probably be like Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan when Hulk Hogan lifted him up. Did he give him like a jackhammer?
Somebody now on another moment when somebody, I forget who it was. They superplexed somebody off the top turnbuckle and the ring
And the
broke.
ring broke.
That was a big show.
Somebody
I
superplexed.
want to say
Big
that
Show.
was. I want to say that was Brock Lesnar.
Nigga superplexed that nigga in the ring broke. That shit was crazy. That was
I
crazy.
remember that one. What happens after that? Like,
Is
the show over now?
That
Like,
was the last. That was the last one. That was the main event.
Oh,
yeah, that's it. That's game over. You know that
I'm
shit
about
was
to say,
dead.
because what if this was like the third fight? And you got 2 more hours of this shit. Like,
Nah, that shit was also scripted more.
Of course.
They loosened the shit to make it collapse, but you know, it was
the
Big
Yeah, it was
Show
definitely Brock Lesnar.
Big Show.
See, that's how I know I was a wrestling fan, man. Shit's crazy.
Yeah. Who's that? That's Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. So he had him on the top rope and then
just
suplexed him. He's strong as shit though. Like people really underestimate the physicality of WWE. Even though it is scripted, this shit is hard as fuck to do. Like,
these niggas are
look
big
at what he's
niggas
doing.
yelling each other, bro.
bro, do you know how many people would have slipped and fell trying to do something like that?
Broke
And
through
just-
they back out.
Yeah, it just destroyed the whole show.
Everybody's
went
probably
crazy.
going crazy at that time.
I never understood how the refs could get hit with one punch and be knocked out cold.
Forever, for the whole
Bro,
fight.
and you know what pisses me off? The video game fucking it translates that, bro. And the video game dead ass does that shit too, bro.
Mhm.
You hit the ref, them niggas is down dumb long, but if you get hit, as long as you're not too damaged, you get right back up. But the ref that sleep, bro, sleep. Done hit this nigga with 2 finishes and you're still not up, bro. Like I hate that shit, bro. The refs be pissing me off. The only refs that don't get knocked out long is when it's like special referees and it's a regular nigga, like a wrestler.
Yep. That's it.
They
Other
do
than
that?
They be knocked out.
Yeah, they do that.
Oh.
Special
Yeah,
referee.
special guest. Mike
They'll be
Tyson was a
like-
referee.
Somebody versus like Stone Cold versus fucking whoever, and Vince McMahon is a special referee. So you know this nigga don't fuck with him, so he gonna make sure Stone Cold lose type shit.
Remember when Floyd Mayweather broke Big Show's nose? Like,
Yo.
for real? That shit was crazy.
It was for real?
Yeah. I think so. They say so, but then there's some people out there who say that was fake.
What happened? He punched him?
Yeah.
They had a whole fight at WrestleMania
Floyd Mayweather?
versus the Big Show.
Who won?
Floyd, of course. Come on. Which is wild, because why would you do the wrestler like that?
Yeah.
Like, if you we know it's fake, but if we're gonna use the fake imagination and try to make it real, it's like, why would you tarnish bro's legacy by letting him lose to this little ass nigga like that?
Yeah. like, he had to get some help or something like that, right? They cheated, huh?
I don't remember. I think so. No, he had brass knuckles. He had brass knuckles.
Oh,
And he
I think I
knocked him
remember
out.
that. I remember
Yeah.
that. I seen that.
So they said he, like, in this moment, he's taunting him. He's beating up. Did Rey Mysterio ever come back from that eye incident?
Yeah,
He wrestles now with his son.
Word?
Dominic? You remember when Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero had a custody for Dominic ladder match?
Nah.
I don't
Nigga,
remember that.
they had a custody for Rey Mysterio's son ladder match, and he was mad young back then. He's old now, and he wrestles in the WWE.
Nah, hold on.
Niggas had a custody. Niggas think I'm
No.
bullshit. Niggas had a custody for Dominic ladder match.
So look, Floyd pulled up. He's in the ring. He's getting held back. Now they're face to face. He pushes him. And allegedly, this wasn't a part of the script. He really hits the Big Show.
Well, why?
Bing, bing. And broke his nose. And then Floyd said they had to do like a photo shoot after this. But he said in this moment, he was really trying to hurt him.
For real?
Yeah, he broke his nose. And they say they had a photo shoot afterwards, and then Big Show like wasn't even like tweaking about it. He had to calm down or whatever. But yeah, that was a real thing.
You gonna tell me that Floyd Mayweather is gonna beat the Big Show?
Custody
No.
custody match.
Look at the little kid though. He's like, fuck.
That nigga is old
Nah,
now
that's crazy.
and he wrestles.
Nah, that's wild. They did some wild shit.
Nigga, custody
Can't make
of
this up,
Dominic.
bro.
What the fuck
Can't
is
make
wrong
this
with
shit
this
up.
nigga?
What? Well, I'm guessing Rey Mysterio won custody, right? Because he's still wrestling with him.
I mean, either way, he got custody.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
That went right,
What?
right
Nothing.
over his head.
Nothing.
Right over his fucking head.
I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
I had to be there.
I was like, well, either way, he's getting custody.
Still
Still
not
don't
getting it.
get it.
Still not getting
Still
it.
don't
Still
get
not-
it.
You know, I don't know none of the shit. So,
Oh,
we
Eddie
trying to-
Guerrero's dead.
Oh, okay. That was it.
That was the joke, I guess. Now, since I have to explain it,
It's not funny
and
anymore.
I actually feel bad now that I said it. But thanks.
Yeah. R.I.P. Eddie Guerrero.
Nah, yeah.
Prayers to his family.
I lie, I cheat, I steal.
Yeah, he used to come. Yo, the shit that they did to push the racial boundaries. He used to really come out in
A lowrider.
a lowrider. Yo, there's no way you doing that in 2022, man.
Bro, they used to have all the black niggas wearing Timbs, baggy jeans, and jewelry while shirtless.
Oh my god, that was disgusting, man.
That's crazy.
Only real black wrestler was D'Lo Brown.
Niggas had the group Prime Time, but they spelled it PRYMETYME.
They had
Prime
some
Time.
massive fan. Their best, and it's crazy that you say that. Their best hip hop group was, damn, what was these niggas' name? Not the Fly Boys. It was the dude that was Scotty Too Hotty. What was that? It was like three of them. It was Scotty Too Hotty, Rikishi, and the third one. And he used to do the
Oh,
worm.
and they used to dance.
Yeah, they had the best. They had like the best like hip hop. I was the best hip hop wrestling group to me.
I don't remember the other one. I know.
Yeah, he didn't really serve much of a purpose. He was just the guy that was there with Scotty Too Hotty and Rikishi. Their name,
Remember
though.
when they
Grandmaster Sexy, I think.
Why aren't they a part of DX though?
Nah.
I-
Because remember, it was, let me see. And they used to do the dance.
No, I remember the nigga doing the worm and shit.
he used to hop around that one leg.
Yeah.
And then drop. Nah, I love this nigga JR, bro. JR gotta narrate the truck rally. That nigga's the GOAT. He's the GOAT for commentating.
Oh, absolutely.
In WWE. He's the GOAT.
Nah, I want to know whose idea was it to just make Rikishi just put his ass in niggas' faces.
That shit was
Yeah,
mine,
that's
no
crazy.
cap.
That was what?
Nah, that shit was crazy. That
Like-
was crazy.
Nigga on the bottom rope, you just gonna put your whole ass in his face.
I don't understand how people would go with that. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm cool. I couldn't be a wrestler, bro. They'd be like, yo, James, we need you to. No, whoa. Whoa. I'm out. I'm out. Let me go work at Walmart for a couple of years to get my life together. This? You want me to do what? Jump off where? Oh, I'm going to go Steve Blackman versus Shane McMahon. That's one of my top fives. But he knocked him off the Titantron. That's
I
definitely.
forgot about Steve Blackman. That was the stick, the nigga with the sticks.
Yeah, he's
the martial artist.
Mhm.
nigga.
I don't even know who that
Damn,
is.
I forgot about
Pushing
that.
racial boundaries. Pushing racial
Well, he was
boundaries.
what was he?
He's like an Asian. Wasn't he?
I think he was an Asian with a big stick.
Yeah, he had like one of those, like, I forget what they call it, like Kantu, whatever the fuck. He had one of them sticks and would just fuck niggas up with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
One of them
Black
shits like that sound like a pool stick.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of them motherfuckers.
They had another. Oh wait, was he white?
He might have been white.
Oh, I can't tell.
Steve
From
Blackman sound pretty.
White.
That should sound crazy, actually. I don't know what that sound like. Steve Blackman.
Yeah, that's
He
wild.
just come in there with a stick.
But they had an Asian looking dude.
You remember the Boogeyman?
Nah, I don't remember the boogeyman.
Oh, yeah.
Who was the Asian guy that they used to have up there? I forgot his name. They did some racist shit where they was all together for Christmas, and they was like making fun of him because he wasn't. You not down with this type shit?
Nah.
Yo, they used to bug out.
Niggas want to cancel shit. That shit should have been canceled. Like, I fuck with it. It got a pass with me. But if we really want to talk about canceling shit, that shit should have been canceled.
Man, I miss those days.
Nothing will ever be like that again.
No.
Not in this day.
South Park not even that raunchy no more.
Nah.
For real?
Like, they still are, but it's like they did say nigger in the movie, but you know that's not really raunchy. Niggas could do that, get away with it in media. So
Trying to get in your bag. Go ahead, man.
nah, I'm chilling. I ain't trying to get canceled.
I
don't got Kyrie money.
I hear that. I
Not
know.
that I care, but
I hear you.
Speaking of cancel, right? Why they don't cancel Blueface?
I don't care about Blueface.
But they mad at Chris Brown for beating up Rihanna 13 years ago.
they beating up each other. And to be honest, she retarded because niggas care more about her than they do Blueface. So she just left him. She could probably be successful
That's
on
a
her
fact.
own, but she stays there getting beat up. So I could really care less about y'all relationship type shit.
Like, we tired of everybody seeing that shit. And
Because first of all, why y'all even putting your hands on each other?
Yeah.
Be adults.
Touche. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I'm not into like celebrities.
they just see the shit everywhere.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. I think I'm gonna get Twitter Blue, yo.
Nigga said,
What's that?
When you get verified, you pay for verification badge.
nah, Twitter Blue is separate.
Oh, that's not it. So how do I get the verification badge? Where do I gotta go?
I don't even know if niggas rolled it out yet.
Nah, they did. Yeah, because it was definitely on the news.
I know he was talking about it. That they actually roll it out though.
It said it on the news. Let me see. Let me look on Elon's page. Just go to the CEO now. I didn't know who the last CEO was.
They
Wasn't
sold
it Jack?
Nah, I remember he sold it to the Indian
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Your feedback is appreciated. Now pay $8.
That was the AOC, I
Guy's
think.
different, huh?
I think that was the AOC or something.
Nah, he made a shirt.
Nah, but he tweeted that to AOC. I think,
Oh,
or somebody.
Twitter users is at an all-time high. I just hope the servers don't melt. To be clear, my historical. All right, this is about politics, and I'm open to the idea of voting Democrat again in the future. Of course, you got to say that. All right, this nigga's just on a rant.
Who's that? Elon?
Yeah, but he be wilding on Twitter now. Now he really don't care. He didn't care before, but now he really don't care.
Does Trump get back on Twitter?
No.
Nah, he not. He got Nigga banned Kathy Griffin. Because supposedly niggas was fucking impersonating him. Like changing their name. Like all the verified niggas was changing their profile picture and their name on it to Elon Musk and impersonating him. So he started banning niggas. Nigga was like, going forward, anybody found impersonating someone will be banned.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, yo, son.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga's wild.
Yeah, he don't give two fucks at this point in time.
Yeah,
He's not gonna ban himself.
Hell no.
So he gonna say whatever he want to say.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed is that it is very important for these people or these major conglomerate business owners to own one major media platform because they, in some way, shape, or form, have to control their own narrative. So Jeff Bezos, I think he owns like the Washington Times or something like that. What's this dude? Zuckerberg clearly has Instagram. He has WhatsApp. He has Meta. I forgot who. He just got Twitter. Like all these major businessmen, they all have some type of ownership in media outlets because they have to have somewhere to control their narrative. So I think that's important. But if y'all want to keep going about that, no, something else. I have something else.
Go ahead.
How do y'all feel about? I don't know if y'all into this, but I do like. I like watching other podcasts. I'm a fan of good interviews, good conversations. I just love to listen and hear new things and see different things. How do y'all feel about the Math Hoffa podcast breaking up?
Oh, I never really watched it.
Yeah, no, not fans.
I never really watched it, nor did I know they were breaking up.
Yeah, why are they
this is
breaking
news
up?
to me.
So it's so situations like this are good because I try to look at these as learning points, and essentially Math Hoffa. So Math, let me start from the beginning. Math Hoffa and a few of his people got together and started working on a podcast called My Expert Opinion. They would have these conversations in the barbershop, pretty much what other podcasts do.
I've seen a few episodes, but I didn't regularly watch it.
Yeah, so it's pretty good. They started gaining a lot more traction like recently. They had the Fat Joe interview that went viral, the Tony Yayo interview that went viral, the I think Smith and Wesson, they went on there, that went viral. So they've been getting like a lot, like they started blowing up real quick. Allegedly, from one side, I don't even want to share the wrong perspectives of either party, but from one side, they're like, Math is basically saying they were plotting to leave. They had a separate group chat. They didn't want to communicate. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. Nobody's telling me. Now one dude took like, I think all his camera equipment. So if you look at the podcast, when the last podcast, they were all together, and then the most recent podcast, drastic difference. So they like broke up. And the other side is like, well, Math was stealing money. He wasn't trying to put people on. He was tearing people down. He wasn't paying people on time, if not paying them at all. The contracts were funny. So it's just really interesting to see how this is playing out because it is two different perspectives about the same thing, and they're on two different ends of the spectrum.
I mean, you could think about it. Same thing happened with Joe Budden and them.
Yeah, so it's funny that you say that. The last episode or the first episode without his old crew was with Joe Budden. And you could tell the quality difference in the episode from the audio to the visuals. Just not the same. Joe is basically just trying to give him advice using his experience with his old crew. And to me, it's just scary when money comes into play because you never know how people are going to react when they have the money in front of them. And it seems like that's what happened with Joe Budden. It seems like that's what happened with Math Hoffa. Not to say that it was either their faults, but as the leaders of the show, it always is your fault. So you got to put the onus on Joe Budden. You got to put the onus on Math Hoffa. Right, wrong, and indifferent. As a leader of the show, it is your fault. That's how it's going to be looked at. You're going to be the bad guy. It's going to be your fault. You were the one that tried to steal. You the one that didn't want to, hear everybody out. You were the one that was being selfish. You got to take all of that to the chin. Pause. Pause.
Damn. So what like? So where they doing now? Like he's doing it by himself, or he has like other
So
people?
now,
Or...
from what I saw on the last episode, I don't know if this is his new crew. I don't know what he's about to do, but I know that they were, I think, close to getting a deal with Revolt, and that whole thing like plummeted. I don't know if that was because they weren't getting along or one of them left, but now they're anticipating that Math is going to go to Revolt, but he can't play any of the
old ones, right?
Old ones with them on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's going to make it like really tricky. Do you go to Revolt, but then now you can't play any of your old stuff?
You can't play any of your catalog.
No, he can because there's episodes that are without them.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't think they started together, but they started like probably in the latter half of the show. But all of his, from what one side is saying, all of his top episodes are with those co-hosts.
Damn, sucks.
So now they're like, nigga, if you put my shit up there without my consent,
I'm suing you.
It's gonna get ugly.
Damn,
that sucks. It's tough though, because then like from our standpoint, we don't like to see shit like that because we in our own space, but we're trying to become something. You know what I'm saying? To see like all that shit go down like that. It's weird.
It always makes you think about the situation that you're in and how you could try to avoid it. I'm starting to believe it's unavoidable. I think there's a podcast has to go through a breakup.
Oh.
A podcast has to go through a divorce, a split, something along those lines in order to cut out the loose ends for the bigger picture of the show. I think every podcast has to go through that. You have to go through those growing pains of where you're gonna have to disagree, and those disagreements are gonna lead to people having different perspectives. Those different perspectives are gonna cause people to go different ways. I want to believe that's inevitable because you see it. I'm trying to think of all the major Black podcasts right now. There's not a lot of them. Other than $1 Million Worth of Game, I would say Joe Budden had a breakup. Matt Hoffa had a breakup. I think The Pivot with Brandon Marshall and them had a breakup.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Shit.
Brandon Marshall, he's not with because he used to be with Ryan Clark, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not together no more.
Oh.
Yep. So they broke up. So a lot of these podcasts, and I don't know why they keep going to Joe Budden for the advice, but he was on their platform too, talking with them through it. But it's just a matter of time. And I don't think that makes it bad. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, depending on how the parties are treating each other. So let's say if we had a podcast breakup and Warren went to another podcast and just started saying just bad mouthing us, oh, they ain't shit, fuck them. That may be taking it too far. But as long as we're just being truthful, as long as we're telling our truths and being respectful, I don't see what the big deal is. But anytime there's money involved, that's when it can get nasty.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so seeing that happening and watching that unfold, especially after the recent success that they were having, that Tony Yayo episode went viral like that. The Fat Joe interview went viral like that. And these are dudes that are they from the hood, they from the trenches. So you want them to win. You want to see all of them get to the bag, but that don't mean it's to be done. Not them together, at least. Maybe, Esso was one of the other dudes. Maybe he goes to Revolt, gets his own show. The dude from This Is 50, maybe he goes and gets his own show. And then Math gets his own show, and then everybody wins that way. Maybe that's the route. And that's okay.
Are they I never really watched it, but it's him and how many people?
1, 2, 3, 4.
And all of them left him.
5.
And all of them left?
No, I think it's 2 of them. I think it was 2 important people though that got up and left, and they're now trying to figure that out on their own. But I don't. Not all of them though.
Oh, okay.
Not all of them. No.
Oh, I thought it was they all left.
Nah, but it's almost like they pretty much should have, because you can't do nothing with all the old content, all your best content, quote unquote.
The tough part about it too is gonna be like Joe Budden and them, after Rory and Maul left. The first couple of episodes with I started watching. And really the chemistry wasn't there. So now you got to rebuild chemistry with 3, 4 new people. Even though we might be friends, but it might not go to the camera like that. So you got to do all that shit over again, and then damn, I hope that he does get his Revolt deal, because that kind of just fucked up the whole bag for him.
Yeah, so now if he don't get that Revolt deal, and now the 2 people that was on the show just left, and they were important people to the show. Now what do you do? You just built this platform. I mean, you were the face of the platform, and you did battle rap for all these years. That helped take that audience from battle rap to your platform, and then it started expanding. But now what do you do? If you can't go to Revolt because they don't want to work with you because you don't got the old crew, do you have connections somewhere else, or do you try to rebuild it from the ground up? That shit is hard. But I feel Joe still saved the show because the show didn't take as bad of a dip as I expected.
Me too.
So shout outs to him for that. But it just makes it makes me nervous sometimes. Damn, if a deal comes through, how are people gonna act? You never know. Because everybody be like, nah, I wouldn't, I'm loyal, I'm this, blah, 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 blah. And then that check come in front of you. I don't know. I'm not even gonna say
No
fuck
funny shit though.
40Central.
We've had these conversations before, like even in like I'll say like not the beginning, but like the middle. Like we've had these conversations, like what's gonna happen when that does happen, or when we do get something, and everybody we brought it up to people. Everybody says no, like you said, we fuck with you, or I don't want nothing, I don't want shit like that. But shit, apparently, shit changes all the time. So it's like
anything changes once money is involved, and I don't think it's with malice intent. I just think at that point, everybody's antennas are up a little bit higher. Everybody is making sure that things are running a bit more smoother, and everybody's watching with a bit more of a keen eye, especially when it comes to one person getting the money with the expectation that they're going to split it with everyone else. And when those things don't happen, that's when business can get bad. One thing I did learn that I think everybody should adopt is if you do have a podcast, don't do business with each other, do business through representatives. That was a big takeaway. So, Like a lawyer? It doesn't even have to be a lawyer. Like, for example, one of the dudes was saying Math didn't pay me my money, whatever money that he was owed for an episode. Math said something happened with my account. I couldn't really get to my accounts was messed up. I got Zelled. Somebody took my money. So I took the money I can get out of my account, and whatever I was supposed to have paid him, I had cash. I lost the cash. Sounds crazy. But now the advice was instead of you holding the cash to give to him, you give the cash to your representative gives the cash to his representative when it comes to business in that aspect, because you shouldn't be working directly with each other because it's business. So you have to have business-like models. Have your rep, give it to their rep. You have a contract, have your rep, give it to their rep.
Not gonna lie to you, that story sounds a little suspicious.
That's his story. Who's to say that he's not telling the truth? That's his story. Of course you're not going to... Of course it sounds fishy, you losing money like that you were supposed to give to somebody. But, hey, give it to your rep. Then that's your rep's fault, and the rep's supposed to handle it. But now, when you have it and you lose it, you look like the bad guy. But if your rep has it and they lose it, it don't look bad on you. It don't look like bad business on you. Give it to the rep.
Just learning experiences, I guess, from here on out for everything, for everybody.
Yeah.
Doing like some type of social media, some type of podcast, some type of anything. Like you got to look at those and think that there's a real conversation that's going to be had soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm not afraid of them. I'm very, what's the word? Intrigued on how I think it's going to affect this podcast. I'm very intrigued about it. I think it's going to help. I don't think we're going to have a... I don't think so. I don't see it happening.
And there'll probably only be like one person
that'll implode?
If that, I'm saying.
It's a good chance that can happen. I don't want to sound like naive and be like, oh, it can't be us. It can't be us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it easily can be us, and more than likely will be us. It's just to what extent. Get representatives, y'all. That's the message that I have.
Get them ready. Get them ready. You got something else?
I'm trying to think of anything else that happened this week. We spoke about Kyrie, NBA. We did wrestling, podcast beef. Can't think of anything else off the top of my head. I think y'all should try. What's your hobbies? Do y'all have hobbies?
Hookah.
Other than that, that's
Sex.
not a drug.
Sex.
Okay. You have
And
a
my
hobby?
kids, man. I'm just with my kids. My kids are my hobbies.
I don't think that's a hobby. That's an obligation.
That's it.
A hobby is something that you do on your spare time when you're not obligated to do it.
I'm here.
This is a business.
Exactly.
It's not a hobby.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I do.
Like Justin just saying shit. Like, how many apples? 2. How many apples? 5.
No, like nah, I don't. I used to have a lot of hobbies.
Where were they?
Well, basketball, sports, anything. Just being outside, chilling. We didn't have no responsibilities.
Okay.
Now I gotta wake up and I gotta try to make some money.
Okay.
You gotta go to work. You gotta make some bread. You know, it's like, but like, what other hobbies? Like, I know you like your photography and shit like that. That's your hobby now.
Yeah, that's my hobby.
What's yours?
Pornhub.
Wow. They say that's not healthy for you. Do you think that's true?
Nah, JT fed up right now. Video games. Playing guitar. Listening to music. And niggas could think that's not a hobby, but just actually just chilling and listening to music. Not doing anything, just vibing and listening to music.
I used to love that. Like when I used to work in the city, just walk around and just listen to some shit. Just like
researching, that's a hobby. I feel like, even though it's learning, I feel like it's still a hobby.
That could be a hobby.
Yeah, because it's something I like doing.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things.
I do want to start picking up that guitar though. That's gonna be my next thing to do.
Yeah, I think we should all pick up a hobby. Let's try to make a goal of that. To pick up a hobby. I think my next hobby is gonna be either drones or planes. One of those
Just don't
two.
be the weird guy with the trains. Like,
No. I have a train set though, like an old school train set. For when I was a kid.
You look at me, bro.
Don't be that guy.
What's wrong with trains? Nigga, train sets is fire.
Yeah, just the people who just do the train sets be weird as shit.
With train sets?
Yeah. I watch mad documentaries about people that just got trains killing people.
What?
Wow. To correlate trains with death is crazy.
Just don't be the train guy.
Trains might actually be one of
it's like taxidermy, bro. What's up?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what they be having. They be having trains and taxidermy everywhere.
Trains are probably one of the most safest ways of travel that we have.
Talk about model trains.
I don't know.
What was you talking about?
Yeah, what you talking about? Buying trains?
No,
like
you brought up trains. He didn't bring it up. Never mind. He brought up planes and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I have like an old train set from when I was a kid. It has like hundreds of train tracks, and you could put it. I don't know if it still works, but you definitely put it together and make a train.
Put that shit in here, like put a thing at the top.
That shit's
Let that shit go all over.
There's an ice cream shop in North Carolina that got that shit. Oh, they got the train set going around the top.
That's fire.
It's cool.
Planes? Are you gonna fly planes?
Yeah. Like the big remote control planes, like shit is like that's like this big. Always been infatuated with those and drones.
Yo, where was I? I was by Pelham talking to this dude, and he was like, "Yo, my drone." He was home, and he flew that shit like past like City Island, and was just looking at everything around City Island and shit like that.
I heard some of those shits can go out of space.
Out of space.
That's what I heard. Well, that was from a nigga in the project, so he knows how valuable that was. But yeah, he was like, "Yo, drones can go out of space. You know that, right?" I'm like, "Nah, hell no." He was like, "Nah, look this drone right here. This shit can go to space."
Did it say that?
No, he was like showing me like
Oh.
the actual drone.
Now, some of them you could go mad far, but I doubt this going.
Bro, out of space? Rockets can't even make it out of
Yes.
space. What the fuck? You know how many rockets have
Was he
failed trying to go
sell it
down?
to you?
Huh? Nah, he was just. I don't even know how I got into that conversation. I don't remember. I just remember him saying drones can go out of space. In my mind, I'm like, nah, that don't make sense. He's like, yo, look at this drone. The drone go out of space. I'm like, all right, cool. I just walked away. Shit, fuck out of here.
Like, what, bro?
Like outer space, bro. Come on now. How does it come back? Like, what are we talking about? Outer space?
I should go and burn up, coming back in,
This
bro.
is what I'm saying. Come on, bro. You know how many drones would have been shot down by now? They was going to outer space and just coming back.
If that shit could go out of space,
Let me look
I could
that up.
probably fucking fly that shit to like. How far up do we got to go out of space?
Nigga, quite a lot.
So we could probably fly that shit states away. That's crazy. Like,
As long as you have a long-range control system and enough battery in your drone, you should be able to glide it back to Earth. The following video provides a real-world example of this, along with stunning footage.
so it's real.
Could a drone fly to the moon?
Somebody, like people do that shit. They like send like food up, and then bring it down.
Food?
Yeah, like a piece of bread, and they'll send it up to like just the tip of fucking spit, like right when you're breaching the shit, and then back down. But it's not really like space. It's just going like to like the threshold of the ozone layer and then coming back down. I mean, not the ozone. Wait, is it the ozone? I don't know. I'm retarded. But whatever them shits is called up there, the layers. I think it's the ozone. It's going like right to the top and then coming down. And back then, I doubt drones was even doing that.
Yeah, I don't.
Whenever
I
the
don't
nigga
see
tried
it.
to sell you one.
Yeah, shout out to him because he definitely made it sound believable.
What they said? They said they could do it?
I mean, they're not. It's not saying it's impossible, but the drone that nigga showed me is not going to no fucking outer space. So you probably need some like military shit. They're not just selling those at Walmart, but yeah, if you probably invest in a few $1,000s, you could probably get one that has a
At least
very-
a long range.
huh?
A long range.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you could probably get one that goes from here to like Jersey. But outer space?
Hit a Jersey?
Yeah, I think you get one. I think you can get one that goes from here to Jersey. Because you got to think about
It's
it.
flying. It's not as long either.
That's what I'm saying. And you also have
That's
to
true.
consider
That is true.
they make
think about
drones.
driving.
You could
for-
go over New York in 5 minutes while flying.
True. Yeah, so you could probably go further than Jersey when you put it like that. Because
New York City, not New York. New York
What do you
City. You can go over New
Oh,
York
yeah,
City
yeah.
in 5 minutes while flying, not New York.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because if they could make drones for war, where they could send them from here to other countries, I'm sure that's possible. That you can get it from here to the tip of the ozone layer.
That's crazy.
It's possible. But do I need a drone that does all of that shit? No. What the fuck? I just want to fly it in a patch of grass. Come on. I don't need all that shit. I'm not preparing for alien invasion.
Just imagine you're on a plane and then you just see a drone next to your shit. It's just flying and then there's a drone. And somebody from your family just watching you on the plane.
I would hope that the pilot acknowledges that shit. So that way we could just all still feel like it's human interaction. Because if I feel like there's a drone and a drone flies near the plane and the pilot just ignores it, I'd be afraid.
What if it's on the blind side though?
I don't care.
Like,
I don't care. There should be some type of beep. Something's in your vicinity, something. But if we're flying and I look out my window and there's a drone right there and the pilot has said absolutely nothing, I'd be afraid. I'd be afraid. But then at least if you be like, okay, everybody look to the left. There's a drone nearby. All right, you acknowledge it. You made me feel safe. I'm good. But if you say nothing, I'm nervous because I don't know what's about to happen next.
The drone gonna go into the fucking
Yeah, like anything could happen.
The whole shit's gonna blow up.
Anything could happen, and I would be really uncomfortable in that moment. But yeah, just acknowledge it, and then we good. Like even if you see a nigga flying in the middle of the air,
what?
Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it, and then we good. But I'd be uncomfortable if I see a man flying right next to us or a man hanging on the wing of an airplane and the pilot just don't say nothing. So we just not going, nobody sees this. Nobody, yo!
And if you'll look to your left, you'll see Hancock flying.
Yeah, something. Help me, please. So yeah, as long as we get that, we good. Go good on my end. Shout out to yo, you know how crazy you had to sound if you were the person who created the drone? People probably thought that you was like something psychotic with you.
Nigga, imagine the first nigga that had to explain he talked to a parrot. Like, imagine that nigga, bro. Imagine the first nigga even running into a parrot. Like shit like that.
Yo,
be really tripping me out.
You probably,
it's like,
yo,
bro, how did
scared.
y'all niggas react, bro? Because at least we had internet and shit to grow up just knowing, okay, this does this, this does this. So when we run into it, we're just like, okay, this is normal. These niggas, they ain't have that shit. So niggas just like, oh, what is this fucking bird?
Imagine how.
What is this fucking bird? Like, what the fuck? Just bugging.
Yo, that's
nigga had a heart attack, bro.
Some nigga probably threw a rock at that shit.
Yeah.
That's wild. I never thought about that.
Word. Like, you know how crazy you gotta sound if you're the first nigga to think of a telephone? Like, yo, I'm gonna talk to somebody who's not here. Like, that's crazy when you think about it. I'm gonna use this wire. I'm gonna talk to a nigga that's not here. Crazy.
I be thinking too, like sometimes like motherfuckers had to stink back then. Like the first person who made toothpaste was like smart. Nobody else is wearing toothpaste. Or nobody taking showers and shit.
I'm pretty sure they use like water or some type of concoction.
That don't mean it smell good.
Probably. I would assume they use mint, like mint
leaves.
Yeah. I think niggas weren't just dumb. I think they
washed the leaves.
Yeah. I think we underselling ourselves a little bit.
Like niggas use roots and shit to brush their teeth. You can use roots to brush your teeth and stuff. Certain plants. Yeah, roots? Certain plants. Some plants actually work better than toothbrushes, apparently. Like they clean your teeth with bacteria and whiten it and shit better than toothpaste.
Where?
You see?
Like you could go buy some, I forget the name of the root, but it's a root that's supposedly good for your teeth.
We're the dumb ones.
You could chew on it, you could brush with it, all that.
Yeah, we're the dumb ones. They're gonna look back 400 years.
Oh my God.
Like, look at these disgusting peasants. Ew, toothpaste? A remote control? Ugh. Disgusting. Cloth interior?
Cloth interior?
Disgusting. Ugh. Manual driving. Ugh. The fuck were they thinking?
Stick shift. Why bother?
Gas?
Why even need a steering wheel? It's fucking AI.
Yo, it's crazy that you say that.
Yo, we just did we all just have that eureka moment just now? Like, it's like,
that's wild.
That's gonna be
because people thought Will Smith was crazy when I remember in iRobot, the girl came in his room and she was yelling at the stereo to stop playing the music, and the stereo you had to press the off button. She had no idea what the fuck was going on because she was used to the new technology. But now we have Alexa, Siri, and now we're those people who go wake up in the morning, Alexa, what's the weather for today?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought 25 years ago that would even be a thing?
That's wild. I just can't even imagine what's gonna happen, what's gonna come next.
It's gonna come down to
It's
man
gonna be
versus
like that
machine.
movie, but that kid movie where all the people are mad fucking fat. They all sit in the chairs. They don't do nothing. They just let their.
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna see. I'm gonna just put fat cartoon people.
But I think it ultimately comes down to man versus machine, and then it comes down to man versus God.
What?
I think it goes man versus machine, and then man versus
Man
God.
versus God.
Yeah.
Why? How we doing that one?
I don't know. Because I think it comes to a point where I think humanity will lose faith in God. I don't know if that's going to be because we're going to be pushed to the extinction because of artificial intelligence and because of robotics. And then we just like, yo, fuck it. We're done. We're done. There's nobody's coming to save us. There's nobody here to help us. We've been believing in this religion forever. It's over. I think that's going to be more of like a mental, internal war or battle with God. I think that's inevitable. I also think that the man versus machine is inevitable because AI is always developing.
Bro, just turn off the internet.
I've been said cancel the internet for 2 months. I think our government needs to do that. Just ban it for 2 months. No internet. No internet. No way to call people. You need messenger pigeons. The mailmen, the mail women.
Milkman.
The milkman.
Glass container.
Yep. No Ubers. No, you gotta go hail a cab. Niggas ain't gonna like that.
Yeah, I remember when we went after this. We went to go to drink. We went to Iconic, and Warren was outside waiting for the cab for like 2 hours. He's like, I've been trying to get a cab. Like, he was really like just waiting there. I'm like, yo, you fraud.
Yo, as sad as it sounds, I remember when like my friends and I would try to hail cabs. There would be like 3 or 4 of us, and niggas would just drive by.
Yep.
I kind of understand it now.
The only way only times I ever got in a cab is when I had a guitar.
Oh shit!
When I had my guitar on my back, like late at night. Like swear to God, bro, that's the only times I ever got a cab when I had my guitar on my back late at night.
God bless you.
If it wasn't for that, them niggas would drive by me.
You still be walking to this day. That's insane. Yeah, that's a. I'm glad that whole thing is dead. The whole like hailing cab thing, but it did kind of, I guess, teach you some type of skill. Was that
how to look presentable enough to get picked up?
Yeah, you had to like do
enough
something. You had to take the hoodie off. You had to take the headphones out your ear. Take your hands out of your pocket.
You have to smile.
Yeah, you got to smile. I taught you. Now you just press a button on the Uber and got your car services outside. Like you actually like somebody.
Fucking. I used to go to work at like 3 in the morning when I used to go work at FedEx, and it's like I called the same cab, same company. They used to come around, but there was this new guy this time. It wasn't the same person. I walk out the building, and it's snowing. This nigga's outside doing jumping jacks. He just started working out, and I'm like, "Yo, what are you doing, bro? You my cab?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Are you gonna? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
He was just outside doing jumping jacks and started doing push-ups and shit. I'm like,
nah, I'm immediately uncomfortable.
I was like, I gotta get to work though. So I got to work though, but I never seen that shit a day in my life ever.
Yo, I thought speaking of wild things in the morning, was it last week? Yeah, I think it was last week. I seen some wild shit when I walked out my building. So now it's probably like 6 a.m. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get to work early. I'll have a good start to the day. I get up on time. I get the Uber on time. Walking to the elevator. Get out the elevator thinking about to have a good day. I get out the elevator and there's 4 niggas with hoodies. 3 of them are laying down in the lobby. 1 of them is sitting up. So I'm thinking I'm about to die. Like I'm thinking worst case scenario. All right, it's over. This is it. One of them sits up, looks up. I look over, see if I know him, don't know him. Just kept it moving. That was it. So I think they were just sleep. I think they were just sleeping in the lobby. Yeah.
Having a sleepover.
Yeah. Felt kind of bad. Kind of felt bad for
How did that impact your day?
It didn't impact my day. It just made me think, like, for a split second, I thought it was just over. I'm like, oh, they're up. This is it. What a way to go.
They were just sleeping on the floor? Or like by
Nah,
the
they were
steps?
like by the steps. So like they were just like sitting on the steps and then just like lean back and was just
Yeah,
pretty
I've
much
seen
looked
that.
knocked out.
I've seen that in my building too.
I've seen it, but I've never seen a pack of 4. That was what was peculiar to me. Like I've seen like one person do it, 2 people do it. 4?
They probably couldn't. They probably got locked out the crib, couldn't get inside.
Probably. I wish them the best though.
Yeah, they wasn't there when you got back though.
No. Somebody would have called 911 by that time. It's 4 niggas in hoodies, they not having that.
Yeah. I think I just seen it. Huh?
Speaking of the police, did y'all see Charleston White with his altercation with this black? I'm assuming he's black guy. Put this black guy down south. Didn't see that?
What happened?
So I'm gonna try to find it, but basically, long story short, Charleston White was having a back and forth with this guy, and he was saying like, "Oh, you're not tough," pretty much. Oh, here it is, right here.
One moment later.
He put the gun in the car. Sealed the gun. He gave it to one of them. He had me surrounded with his gang buddies.
That's me. He had me surrounded with his gang buddies. He had the gun. He passed one of them the gun. They put it in the car. I'm telling all the details. Nigga, what you talking about? Nigga?
He definitely gave all the details and became a fully compliant informant.
He sounded different too. Pass him all his gang buddies. he changed his whole tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still torn on that, man. I don't know what to make of his content. A part of me is like, I don't want to support his content, but the clips that they be having on Instagram do be some real shit. So I can't sit here and say that the man is like dumb or anything like that. He's definitely a very intelligent man. Some of the takes that he be having sometimes be like,
A part of me just doesn't believe a lot of the shit that we see though, because it's an act. It's a big act. He does the same shit. He says outlandish shit just for the viralness of it, and then that probably is who he really is right there.
like a snitch?
I don't know. Just in general.
I mean, he's on record saying that if anybody would ever try him, he would call the police. He's on record
that's
saying that out loud, wholeheartedly, no remorse. He said he will call the police. So if you know that, why bother that, man?
Mm-hmm.
That's the part where I
just want to go to jail.
And now they know where the gun is at and all that shit. Now you fucked.
Yeah, that didn't sound like no skit.
Nice. He said him and all his gang buddies.
He passed it to one of his gang buddies.
Nah, but
Gang
I
buddy
also
is
do.
crazy.
Yeah, word. I just think that I think him and I don't know if Andrew Tate the same type of way, but I think a lot of the shit that they do or they say is a character that they are.
It's about the internet people?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a character.
you're going to do things for clout. You're going to do things for likes. You're going to do things for shares. That's a given. Anybody who makes content does those things for clout, for clickbait, for reshares, for the algorithm. That's a given. I feel And the manner in which he's doing it is a bit extreme because now you're getting law enforcement involved in these situations. But he's not wrong for calling law enforcement. You have that right.
Especially if he feels threatened.
Depending on what happened, because he could have been the threat.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been, who knows who started. I don't know who started it. I don't know whose fault it was. Whatever happened. But you ended up calling the cops. And that's frowned upon in this community.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you shouldn't call the cops? I don't think that's the best move to do if you started the situation. But if people coming up to you and you trying to defend yourself and now, you feel like you're in danger, all right, I guess so.
What do you think about it?
Man, if a nigga say he gonna call the cops, don't be surprised if he call the cops, even if he started it.
Yeah, like if
I get it, but like that's like Karens. You feel me? Karens will start a situation and then call the cops, bro.
Yeah.
You can't be surprised by these niggas.
True.
Yeah.
Now here's where I'm confused. If you have a weapon on you and you see him pull out his phone, dial 911, tell you he's calling the cops,
And they get
why are
there.
you still there? Why?
And the cops get a chance to get there before you even leave.
And this is down south, so they take time to
They
get
gotta
there.
drive a little minute.
Yeah, this is probably like a 25-minute wait. And you just there with your firearm in hand. I don't know. Something about that ain't right. And yes, that's speculation. I could be wrong, but I'm speculating that was down south in a town where it takes for a while for the cops to get there. Like in New York City, the cops get in there in more than 5 minutes is a long time. Down south, you could be waiting 25, 30 minutes for law enforcement to get there. Cali, you might as well just catch a flight. Might as well catch a flight.
Is Princess talking about the same kids that was downstairs?
They was not listening to them cops. It was to her. It maybe, I don't know.
4 teenagers looking high.
Hmm.
Maybe. You said 4 of them.
Yeah, it was probably, most likely. Yeah, so maybe the kids that she saw, maybe they were up.
When she got down.
Yeah, and then when I got down, it was, I don't know. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah. All right, man. What time is it? 11:11. Make a wish. I know you got to get to work tomorrow. I got shit I got to do. Cole comes in the morning. There's no school. Oh, you don't got school tomorrow?
No, I don't got school tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, God is on our side today.
Yeah, I was just remembering that right there. Cole don't got no school tomorrow. Wait a minute.
That sounds like the end of a 90s sitcom. Like the Jeffersons or something like that.
Let's get out of here. Y'all ready? Anything else y'all want to talk about?
Last thing. I did not like season 5 of Manifest at all.
Or can you don't say nothing?
I haven't watched it.
I'm waiting for Leah to come back.
I haven't watched
I gotta watch. And
to be honest, I didn't even finish season 4. Like me and my girl watched up until like the last episode of season 4 and just stopped.
Just leave it alone.
I gotta finish it. You saw the whole thing already? There's another part coming though.
I don't care.
I only watched like 3 or 4 episodes in.
I'll only watch the second part of this season if my girl wants to watch
Just
it.
to finish it off, right?
No. Only if my girl wants to watch it. I will not be. If she asks me to put something on, it's definitely not going to be Manifest. But that's my experience with the show.
Us know what they do.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
Why is us now, man?
Yeah, now you're making me want to finish it, and I can't until next week.
Huh? I mean, what part did you get up to? Are you entertained from what you saw thus far?
It's here and there right now. Nothing big happened yet. I just
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that he's mad grown now. It's weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That's not
towards the
bad.
end.
I think that
just-
needed to happen.
Yeah, but not just the way how it is, and I don't like one thing I really don't like is that 828 like Holocaust camp. You want to say like they just like they got to go through that shit like every week. You gotta. It just makes it dumb, and now they can't be friends and they can't.
You mean
do
like
shit.
the agency?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that you can't even like it's like you can't even be friends with the cops and shit like that. Like it's like putting it to a place where it's like I don't know. It's just not. That's not it. I don't like it.
I feel when it started off, it was you were really intrigued about the plot of finding out what happened to these passengers.
Right.
And I feel like they dragged this plot out for 5 seasons where this could have been wrapped up in 3.
So they like dragging it.
I mean, I feel like for the fact that there's 5 seasons shows that we're in season 5. 4, I'm sorry. We're now in season 4. This shit should have been wrapped up last season. They disappeared. They landed. The kid came back young. He grows up. They work together. They figure it out. I don't think that takes 4 seasons.
I gotta see the ending.
That's fair. I feel like the reason I didn't finish season 4 is because it was already getting boring. So.
Is that what?
I feel like the reason I didn't finish season 4 is because it was already getting boring. And I'm on the last episode. Like I can watch the episode and then start 5, but it was just getting boring towards the end of 4.
Nah, Princess, they did explain it. He was on the plane with the pilot and the lady. And then he said I gotta go back. And then I guess he came back 5 years older.
But that's the part that doesn't make sense.
That's true.
So why doesn't everybody who come back
yeah.
differently?
Yeah, that's true.
Like everybody who goes back to the plane should be coming back differently. He's the only one who
aged
at
that's
all.
Dumb. That's dumb.
Everybody else, I believe, aged naturally in season 4. Yeah, so Olive got older. The father clearly looks a little bit older.
He's annoying me though. These first couple of episodes. Like I know you want to find your daughter, but like you got 2 other kids there you gotta take care of too. Like I look at that from a dad's perspective. Like now you hate your son a little bit. Like
a little bit. Nah, he's not fucking with that nigga.
I was just saying, like that nigga did mad shit to come back, and now you hate him. He was your main focus, and now his focus is all everywhere. I don't really like it.
Yeah,
he acting like a combo.
Nah, that's a bit harsh. I mean, his daughter is.
It's been 2 years though.
He still believes that she's alive.
You can still believe somebody's alive and still have your other kids too. You still work it. You can still do it, but it's just like
when you blame your son for the death of your wife and daughter, I don't know if you're gonna love him the same after that. Like, yo, because of you, my wife, like you let her in.
Get another fucking wife.
Wow. All right. Well, I think that's all we got for today, folks.
Get another wife.
It was a great show. Love your families.
Yes.
Kiss your wives. Kiss your husbands. Tell them you love them. Kiss your kids. Rub the belly if she's pregnant. Yeah.
Did y'all see that Takeoff? They had a like a memorial for Takeoff in Grand Theft Auto. Like they put it out there. It was like, yo, everybody would wear white. Everybody get a white car. There was like a line of them just outside in the game. There was like no killing. They made rules. And then they had an after party.
Niggas said no killing.
Yeah, it was like no killing. There was rules. There was rules to the whole shit.
What the fuck do niggas be on, bro?
That shit was wild. I was like,
Yo, it's a nigga like me shooting everybody there.
on purpose.
I'm taking a truck and driving through all of these niggas, bro. Fucking no killing rule, nigga.
I think you had to have like a BMW.
Nigga, I get whatever the fuck I get and run these niggas over. Y'all gonna be trying to take pictures and shit, and I'm running all y'all niggas over. Nigga said no killing.
Yeah, I'm trying to find this shit.
Nah, that's hilarious. People are funny. Like, what do niggas be doing, bro?
You found it?
Yeah, but I'm trying to find a video.
Why did your man Drake like that though?
Nah, I seen that shit. Why Drake do himself like that?
Nah,
nigga started off the
what?
album gay.
Virtual ceremony for takeoff on GTA. This is crazy.
They definitely they went. There's a lot of them.
Rules: no killing. Must have a mic. Stay in line. Follow the street law. No crashing. Need security. Need hearse driver. Cars. One location. BMW all black. Burial 2. Location. White Ross truck. After party. Full lobby is wanted. Pop out. I'm not reading this PSN.
What?
It's just I'm not gonna give him the clout for this idea. But
You know how many people probably went though?
From the picture here, it looks like the shit was packed. Shit got this is crazy.
Niggas be bugged, bro.
To get all the lines of cars.
This is outside?
They got mad cars.
It's hard to see because I can't turn the. Matter of fact, I'll just share it on the so the people can see. That's crazy. Imagine what they did in the metaverse.
But they probably ain't even do nothing yet.
Hmm.
Look at this shit.
Yeah, so it's people. This is the hearse. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Everybody got it. Well, there's one person over there that don't got white, and he's still alive. So I guess they really did keep the peace. Yo, saying no killing in GTA is like is insane in GTA. And for the people to respect those rules, niggas can do anything, bro. Niggas can do anything. Look at this. And I'm pretty sure this is not the front of the line.
Yeah.
Nah, they popped out.
Yo, you can't make this up. Oh my God.
You can do that.
Oh no, this is promo. It's on November 11th.
It's not. It didn't have it.
Oh no, that's the real one. All right, never mind.
Oh no, yeah, his real one. Oh, but nah, this happened. I think a couple of days ago, maybe yesterday.
Niggas is clowns for that. Niggas is that clowns.
Yo, look at this shit.
He got a gun in his hand too.
He do. He's security.
Ooh.
He's security.
Nah, niggas in GTA be wildin'. They really think this shit real life.
They're like, yo, we can't go to the real shit. We're gonna have one for him right now.
I just wonder who makes the phone call. And who do they call? Like, I'm trying to do a funeral for Takeoff. Are you serious? Like,
Niggas just spread the word.
like,
man.
I guess.
I mean, like the GTA roleplay shit is popular. So
What do you mean?
niggas would be role playing on GTA.
Like
Niggas will take the actual GTA game and like code it to however they want. So for example, some nigga was doing one for the Bronx. Like he was coding the Bronx into GTA just based off of GTA's whatever code, whatever the case. He was creating the Bronx and then making like a server where niggas just come through on the server and just be like
You can do that?
and like talking shit. Like when some people will actually role play and like make a fake character and change their voice up and all of that. but like essentially niggas be doing like goofy shit in the server. So this is probably how like they looking at it. Like for example, like one nigga, it was like a video of a nigga who's like a cop, and some nigga was just speeding. So he was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" and went to like catch
tried
up
to
and
pull
pull
him
him
over,
over.
right?
And he popped out. It was a baby, and like the baby just was like "Goo goo gaga, bitch," and then just started shooting at him and killed him. Like that shit was fucking hilarious, bro. Like it just be stupid shit. Like
I gotta find that Bronx server. I want to see that.
I don't know if that nigga ever finished it, but niggas was definitely.
Oh, you on GTA?
Like I don't play it. I have GTA, but the role play like server should be like on computer. It don't be console.
Oh, okay. I still don't know how to use this computer as like a gaming laptop.
It's Steam, bro.
Steam?
Steam.
What's that?
That's where you get all your games on Steam. It's like an app.
Steam.com?
You probably got it on your computer. No, it's an app. If it's a gaming laptop, you probably got it on your computer. Steam.
Welcome to Steam. Nah, I don't have it. Can I download it?
Yeah, that's how you get games.
From the Microsoft. First of all, the Microsoft store is so trash. There's nothing in here. This shit shouldn't even exist. All my kids be like, "Yo, Mr. James, that's a dope laptop. I love the keyboard." Like, I don't know how to fucking use this shit.
Yeah, I be getting my games off of Steam.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Downloading the games and then running them on my game. I mean, on the laptop, I'm just using my controller or keyboard, however I want to play.
It was real. Oh, this is the last thing. Last thing. So Maj Toure has made an announcement that he is considering ending Black Guns Matter. With that being said, yes, this is a very big deal. He is on his final push to reach. He has a certain threshold that he's trying to reach. I don't want to give the exact number. But he needs the people to get together and donate to Black Guns Matter. So if you are someone who is interested in helping the community, if you're someone who's interested in there being free classes for the people, if you're someone who is interested and cares about Maj buying the Solutionary Center outright so he can flat out own the building, please send donations to givesendgo.com/solutionary. Again, givesendgo.com/solutionary. If you want to help him out, make a donation. If you can't make a donation, then just make a 30-second video saying, "Hey, support Maj at givesendgo.com/solutionary." Repost it on Twitter or on Instagram and tag them. But we got to make sure this Solutionary Center stays open because this is something that is for the people, by the people. Just wanted to make sure I get that out there.
All right, we out. You ready? You going out with something?
Sure, if y'all want.
How do you like the Drake 21 album? Mid?
Yeah. It's all right.
But yeah, why is he considered ending it? Why is he? You say he's ending Black?
So he's saying that the work might have to come to an end because people aren't donating, people aren't supporting, and he's trying his best to keep the classes free. So, excuse me, in order to do that, people have to donate X amount of money so that way they could pay for the instructors, they could pay for the space, they can pay for the travel that it takes to go from state to state to do these classes. If people aren't donating, if people aren't sharing the content, if people aren't reposting, if people aren't supporting, then he can't do it because he's trying to make the organization a grassroots organization. So he doesn't want to really take huge donations or consistently take donations from large donors. That defeats the purpose of the program. It's a program for the people, by the people. So he wants to keep it that way. In order to do that, people have to donate. So even if it's $1, $5, $10, $25, whatever you can, to send it to givesendgo.com/solutionary. But yeah, so I was really hurt, man, because he made a whole video about it. saying that the work might have to come to an end. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. So I made a video and put it on Twitter, and tagged him in it. So that was for free, and he definitely appreciated that. So let's show him some love and some support because he definitely came onto our podcast and showed us some love for free.
Maybe cut this piece out, put that up too.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, I might do that tomorrow.
What you playing?
You gotta go cap the dog, Miles.
It's real.
44.
Watch my nephew see that drop. Additions. Ralph Lauren joggers, Pima soft polo. Niggas staying in the crib, so I'ma go dolo. Got the plug on the string, I make the price yo-yo. Feel like I'ma live forever, never said YOLO. I don't dick ride, I don't kiss ass. I just flip mine and I get cash. In my Hulk Hogan bag, that's a big stash. Tell your favorite rapper that his shit trash. Bust you down, I'm trying to see how long the cig lasts. Getting closer to the Lord, my cousin just passed. But I sin and I sin again. Asking for forgiveness, hope he let me in. I'm trying to win, then win again. Get the strip, still serving like Wimbledon. Road to the riches, you riding and staying stranded. Only real bitches around me, I'm making plans with. Like your nana doing gymnastics, I make the grams flip. These try to tie me to the trees like a hammock. Shit, you know the peas was flowing through. I got my own problems, fuck what you going through. Niggas looking at me like I'm supposed to lose. Get shot in the face, put on the poster too. Like a Mike Jordan defender. Bend your bitch like yoga, her head make me remember. I don't put these bitches on a pedestal. Just finesse them enough to make them feel that way. Introduce them to some better moves, better views. I'ma make a porno and send her on the way. Then it's back to the block, they need the wave, man. Throw the coke in the pot, you get a spray tan. Serve it to your uncle, yeah, the one that used to break dance. I see your circle, I look through them squares, Ray Bans. Arm stretch niggas like Space Jam. Just give me the rock, that's the game plan. Gun smoking like Snoop Dogg. Moon rock, make a fiend moonwalk. That Bobby Brown batch, this the new edition. Rub the YOLO on his gums where his tooth is missing.
You want customers from ads much cheaper and to scale much further? Our software Hyros will do that for you, or you don't pay for it.
What's up, Solutionaries? Come to you guys with a bit of a heavy heart today. Just want to communicate with you all about.
So this is the video. This is the video where Maj is talking about why
traveling around the country doing the work. For the last, seems like forever, but maybe like 5 or 6 years now. At this point, we've made these classes available because of crowdfunding. Nonprofit work. Even before we had a nonprofit, like just doing the work, man. Just like going out and just teaching the people. I'm coming to you guys because, if you haven't saw, a few days ago, we discussed on my Instagram and my Twitter, we talked about just me being a bit tired. I've done some lives about it since then, and the reality is, guys, is we need more funding. I mean, the overall concept of the Solutionary Center and the Solutionary Lifestyle, model is individuals coming together to do the work that is necessary. Individuals operating towards a collective, all voluntarily. And that means funding. That means the classes are free. The Solutionary Center, the event spaces, free to all. If you have a class or a skill set that you want to teach, you can use it. And to be honest, man, over the last, year or so, or almost a year at this point, we just haven't been seeing the type of feedback and support that we actually need. So and good for the community, then we need your financial support. So again, givesendgo.com/solutionary. Give what you can. Be one of the 25 $100 donors daily. Make the video 30 seconds. That doesn't have to be long. I will repost it every single day, and I'll put you in my stories, and I'll put you on Twitter all day, every day. And if you can't do any of those, or you can do the video in conjunction with doing the video, be a subscriber. Be a subscriber to Big Daddy 2Ray on Instagram. There's a subscription service there. There will be content that goes there that isn't available to anyone else. So again, guys, givesendgo.com/solutionary. We look forward to every single person. Again, if you're watching this now, today or tomorrow, or whenever you see this, be one of our $100 donors. 25 $100 donors on a daily level. I want to keep going. I want to keep going, but I have to tap out if the people don't want it. So please, guys, meet me halfway. Be safe. Be solutionary.
All right, just wanted to end with that. That way, you know, we could definitely hit him up, make that video, go support him. So, because he definitely shows some love to our platform, so we want to make sure we give that back.
All right, man, we out of here. See y'all Thursday.